here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll head to the top of the fifth right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Bob Medley, Baskin-Robbins ice cream, and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
First pitch to Kenny Miller, fouled off down the left field line for strike one, 0-1. Miller, Lanewind, and Hunt coming up for the Bears. Here in the top of the fifth inning, a scoreless game, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for Highline, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Pippins so far in this one. Dylan Bishop, so far a good first start with the Pippins in 2019. Next pitch to Miller, taken for a ball, 1-1. Bishop, a product of Selah, Washington, just 10 minutes north of Yakima. Next pitch taken outside for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 now from Bishop. Swung on and fouled back to the backstop. Count evens up to Miller, 2-2. Pippins traveling up to Wenatchee on Friday for a 3-game series against the Apple Sox. Next pitch from Bishop. Taken outside and the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bishop wanted that one. Now the payoff pitch. Taken outside for ball 4, and for the 3rd inning in a row, the Bears lead off with a base on balls. That'll bring up the catcher, Jarrett Leanwind. Kenny Miller on at first base now for the Bears. Both teams looking for the first run in this ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. Miller takes his lead. Bishop, first pitch in the dirt. Count starts 1-0 to Leanwind. Leanwind 0 for 1 in this one, a ground out to shortstop back in the 2nd inning. Hine with only 1 hit so far, but they have had 3 walks. Throw over to first, not in time. Miller back in safely. Bishop takes a look at first. Now comes set and the 1-0 to Leanwind. Runner takes off. Ground ball out to shortstop. Not enough time to go to second. So Parker goes to first with it and gets the out. Miller takes second base on the sacrifice. That'll bring up Trey Hunt, the designated hitter, hitting in the 7th hole for the Bears. Bears with their first base runner reaching second base here in today's game. First runner in scoring position. Still only 1 hit for them. First pitch to Hunt is on the way. Taken inside for a ball, 1-0. Both the third and fourth inning began with a walk for the Bears, but both of those runners thrown out at second in part of a double play. That one had a chance to be a double play, but with the base runner taking off on the steal, there's not enough time for it. Next pitch to Hunt, hit out to center field and caught by the center fielder Eddie Pelk for out number 2. That'll keep Miller on at second base and bring up center fielder J.J. Fawnlander. Fawnlander led off the third inning with a walk. Bishop getting his sign, taking his time. Now comes set. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. First pitch. Hit out to left field. Christian Padilla ranges back just a little bit. Now comes in and makes the grab for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base for the Bears here in the top of the fifth inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth, still scoreless here at Yakima County Stadium. Pippins coming up right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Being pregnant can make normal routines complicated. Lincoln Avenue Medical Dental.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Padilla, Parker, and Rice due up for the Pippins here in the bottom of the fifth, a scoreless game with Jarvis still out on the mound for the Bears. First pitch from him to Padilla in there for a strike, 0-1. Michael Jarvis has not given up a run, given up 2 hits so far to the Pippins. On the other side of the ball, Dylan Bishop, the starter for the Pippins, has only given up 1 hit to the Bears on no runs. Next pitch to Padilla in there for a strike. And Padilla is quickly in the hole, 0-2 to begin the bottom of the fifth inning here. Padilla steps back in, now the 0-2. Taken outside for a ball, 1-2. Tonight's fifth inning is brought to you by Denny's, located at 3704 Fruitvale Boulevard in Yakima and 2603 Redkin Road in Union Gap. Kids eat free at Denny's from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and you can get a 20% off coupon at the Orchard just for attending a game. Next pitch to Padilla outside for a ball, 2-2. The Pippins are proud to partner with Denny's in Yakima and Union Gap. Padilla 1 for 1 in this one, a single in the second inning, then was thrown out trying to take second on a delayed steal. It looked like he thought the ball got by the catcher and took off for second, but was thrown out. And the next pitch to him is swung on in the dirt and missed. Tag applied for strike 3 and out number 1. Tanner Parker, the shortstop, stepping in for his second at-bat. If you like pitching and defense, you have tuned into the right ball game. First pitch to Parker. Taken inside for a ball, 1-0. Pippins with 4 base runners so far here in this one, with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Parker takes a slider on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Parker fouls this one out of play on the third base line. That one reaches the parking lot here at the Orchard. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tanner Parker. 1-2. Parker swings and misses. Throw on to first on the drop third strike in time to get Parker for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jarvis. We'll bring up right fielder Brian Rice. Some fans coming out to the game with an umbrella today. Try and get some shade from that Yakima heat that has rolled in. First pitch to Rice in there for a strike 0-1. Next pitch from Jarvis. Ground ball down the first base line, but foul. Out towards the Bears bullpen. Picked up by a relief pitcher for the Bears and tossed back in. And that Yakima heat is not going anywhere. It is going to be hot for quite some time. Next pitch to Brian Rice outside for a ball, 1-2. Next Monday, a high of 97 degrees. Thankfully, that's the first day of the offseason. Rice pokes one out to center field with a 1-2 count. Gets down. And Rice reaches first base. It's the third hit for the Pippins. And the 5th base runner. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the catcher, Grant Gorell. Brian Rice, the only batter in the lineup to reach base safely in both of his at-bats so far in this one. First pitch to Gorell, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Rice was hit by the pitch to lead off the 3rd inning. Now the single with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th puts him on first. Jarvis takes a look at him. Now comes set. And the 1-0 to Gorell. Backs him off just a little bit. Low and in the dirt near his toes, 2-0. Rice takes his lead at first, now the 2-0. Taken high for a ball, 3 balls and no strikes. Pippins also have not had a base runner reach second base tonight. 3-0 is the count to Gorell with Rice on at first. Next pitch. He was taking all the way and fastball right down the middle for a strike 3-1. Gorell did not even lift the bat off his shoulder there. Now the bat is off the shoulder. The 3-1 pitch is swung on. Hit out to shortstop. Doughton up with it. Throw to first in time for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Still scoreless here at the Orchard on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Dickey's Barbecue in Rainier Square in Yakima offers the best house-smoked meats and classic sides to satisfy your barbecue.
That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Back now for the top of the 6th here at the Orchard. Highline Bears getting their next at-bats. A scoreless game still, no runs. 4 combined hits between the two teams, 3 for the Pippins, 1 for the Bears. Pippins starter Dylan Bishop still out there on the mound. A great start so far here in his first start of the summer for the Pippins here in 2019. Fast worker on the mound. Brock Keller, Torrey Doughton, and James Cobelt will be up for the Bears this inning. First pitch to Keller, fouled off. Count will start 0-1. Keller 0 for 1 in this one, grounded into a double play back in the 3rd inning. Bishop with the 0-1 delivery. Swung on again and fouled back again. No balls and 2 strikes now to Keller. A great day for a ball game. Perfect weather, unless you do not like the heat. 88 degrees currently in Yakima. Next pitch from Bishop, taken high for a ball. 1-2 is the count now to Keller. Keller playing left field for the Bears today. Bishop steps off. Now is ready to go. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on, hit out to first base. It's the second baseman, though. Hormel up with it. Throw to first in time. Oh, and they're going to say, no, it was not in time to get the base runner with Bishop covering first base. A tricky play there. The ball just kind of squirted by the first baseman, Chesley, out almost into the right field grass for Hormel to deal with. Bishop doing a good job at covering first, but throw was not in time, and they're going to give a single to Keller. That puts a runner on first. With nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning, we're going to get a mound visit from Pippin's pitching coach, Rob Hippie. Nobody warming up in the Pippins bullpen right now, just a preemptive visit from Hippie here, checking on Dylan Bishop. Working late into this ball game. Here in the top of the 6th inning, he's gone 5 innings, no runs, 2 hits. He's given up 3 walks. Rob Hippie saying something to Pippin's catcher, Grant Gorell, before heading back to the dugout. And we just had an announcement on the PA system. On at first base is Garrett Kolar, not Brock Keller. So our apologize for that. Garrett Kolar has been the player in the 9-hole for the game so far for Highline. First pitch to Doughton, taken for a ball, 1-0. Torrey Doughton, leadoff hitter for the Bears, back for his 3rd at-bat so far in this one. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Doughton 0 for 2 in this one, a pop-up in the 1st and a line out in the 3rd. Bishop takes his look at first, now comes home. Bunt shown. And fouled back on the bunt attempt by Doughton. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bishop with not too many strikeouts today, just 1 swinging back in the 1st inning. It was Dylan O'Grady. Outside of that, every out has been in the air or on the ground. The 1-1 pitch. A swing at a ball in the dirt in the other batter's box, and the hit and run was on, and they've got the runner picked off. And the throw to second base by the catcher, Gorell, pops out of the glove of Brady Hormel. They had the base runner caught in a pickle between first and second base. The base runner just took off for second, and the throw down to second just popped out of Brady Hormel's glove. So base runner safe at second base, and that's going to be an error for the Pippins. Count is 1-2 on Doughton on the swing and a miss. Bishop takes a look back at second, now comes home. Swung on, ripped down the third base line, but foul. Count stays 1-2. An error for catcher Grant Gorell in his first game here today with the Pippins. Puts Kolar on at second. Bishop having to deal with a runner in scoring position for the second time in 2 innings. Leadoff batter in the fifth reached second base. It was Kenny Miller on the walk, and then a ground out got him to second base, but that's where he was left on base at the end of the inning. 1-2 is the count. Next pitch, hit out to shortstop Tanner Parker. Trouble with the hop. Parker still having trouble coming up with it, now is up with it. And they're going to give another error, so back-to-back errors puts runners on first and third with nobody out. That'll bring up James Cobelt, the third baseman for Highline. Highline with 2 runners on. They finally have a runner on third base. Runner has not touched third up until this point. First pitch to Cobelt. Taken outside for a ball, 1-0. A runner hasn't reached third for either team so far tonight until Kolar is now on at third. Pippins with 2 errors on defense now. Bishop takes a look at first. Now comes with the 1-0. Taken low for a ball, 2-0. Kolar on at third after the single error by the catcher and error by the shortstop Tanner Parker. Torrey Doughton on at first after the error by Tanner Parker. Runners on first and third, nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Next pitch from Bishop. Swung on, head out into the left center gap. This one's down for a base hit. Eddie Pelk up with it. Throw on in. And we finally have our first run of the ball game. Highline scoring on the RBI single by James Cobelt, and it's 1-0. Garrett Kolar comes around to score, the 9-hole hitter for the Bears. And it's 1-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Runners on first and second now for Kalen Martin, who fouls the first pitch straight back into his own dugout on the first base side. 0-1 is the count to Martin. Kalen Martin 0 for 2 in this one, a fly out in the first and a ground into a double play in the 4th inning. Runners take their lead. Next pitch from Bishop, fouled back once again. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Martin. Pippins looking for their first out here on defense. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Bishop struggling to get through this one a little bit. Pitchers are warming up in the bullpen for the Pippins now out in left field. Bishop comes set now, the 0-2. Fouled back once again. Count stays 0-2 to Martin. Pippins' defense not helping this inning. 2 errors, one by the catcher Gorell, one by the shortstop Parker. Brings in the 1 run for the Bears. Next pitch to Martin, a ground ball out to shortstop. Tanner Parker with the throw over to second in time for the out. No time to throw over to first, however. So that moves Doughton over to third. Cobelt is thrown out at second on the sacrifice by Martin. Martin reaches first on the fielder's choice. One out now here in the top of the 6th inning. Runners on the corners for the Bears. That brings up the cleanup hitter, right fielder Dylan O'Grady. First pitch from Bishop. O'Grady hits this one out between short and third, and it just dribbles by Tanner Parker into left field for a base hit, and it's 2-0 Bears. A little dribbler off the bat for Dylan O'Grady. And the Bears' lead is doubled. 2-0 is the score now. Martin on at second, and O'Grady on at first with the RBI single. It's now 2-0. Sixth batter of the inning for the Bears is Kenny Miller. He takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. 2 runs on 4 hits with no errors now for the Bears. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Pippins here in the top of the 6th. Bishop with the 1-0 delivery. Hit right back towards him and out into center field for a base hit. They're going to wave the base runner. The throw from Eddie Pelk. Out in center. It's on a line. It's a great throw, but it's not picked out of the dirt by the catcher, Grant Gorell. It gets by him. Time called by the umpire. And the base runner's forced to hold at first and second, but the run does come around to score, and it's 3-0 Bears. Coming around, another RBI single for the Bears here in the top of the 6th. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up the 7th batter for the Bears this inning, Jarrett Linewind, the catcher. Dylan O'Grady on at second base. First pitch to Lanewind in there for a strike, 0-1. Kenny Miller on at first now. That pitch was roped right back to Dylan Bishop, who almost made the catch on the comebacker. Eddie Pelk almost threw the base runner out at home. That throw was on a line, but just a little too low. Next pitch, a curveball, slow one in there for a strike, 0-2. Bishop throws a 83, 84 mile an hour fastball and a curveball that drops off down to 72 or 73 miles an hour, as well as a changeup around 80 miles an hour. Bishop comes set now. The 0-2 pitch to Leanwind is on the way. Taken outside for a ball, 1-2. Bears finally getting that inning we were waiting for all night. 3 runs. 4 hits so far in the inning. 2 errors by the Pippins on defense. Bishop with a look back to second now, the 1-2. Swung on and missed. No, they're going to say it's a foul ball. If that was swung on and missed, could have been a really good chance for Leanwind to reach first base on the drop third strike. That one hit off the catcher Gorell's leg and bounced all the way back to the backstop in the corner. Not even just straight back to the backstop. That play would have been even slightly easier to throw down to first, but all the way back into the opposite corner of first base down the third base line. But the count stays 1-2. They say it's a foul. Next pitch from Bishop in the other batter's box in the dirt for a ball. Count evens to Jarrett Linewind. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire taking time to clean the plate off after that one. Dylan Bishop, his first start for the Pippins so far in 2019. Looking to get out of the top of the 6th without any more damage given up. The 2-2. Swing and a miss by Jarrett Linewind, out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Trey Hunt, the designated hitter. Hunt 0 for 2 so far in this one with 2 flyouts, 1 to second base, 1 to center field. Pippins will need to do something offensively now, trailing 3-0 here in the 6th inning. First pitch from Bishop, taken outside just barely. Count is 1-0. On deck, J.J. Fawnlander, center fielder. If he gets up, the Bears will have batted around the order. 8th batter of the inning so far for the Bears, Trey Hunt. Facing a 1-0 count from Bishop, who comes set now the delivery. Taken in just about the same spot, 2 balls and no strikes now. Sun starting to set here in Yakima, just over the hills to the west. Finally cooling off just a little bit. Not much though. Next pitch, taken for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count to Trey Hunt. And by cooling off, I mean it's gone down 2 degrees and it's made a world of a difference. I am glad to be in the shade here in the press box. The 2-1 popped up right towards me. This will go up over my head and out into the parking lot. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bishop 1 strike away from getting out of the top of the 6th here. It's been a tough inning for the Pippins defensively. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Trey Hunt with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runners on. Dylan O'Grady on at second. Kenny Miller on at first. Time called. Trey Hunt steps out, looking for his first hit here in today's ballgame. Bishop comes set now. Finally the 2-2. Taken just outside for a ball. And count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Bishop comes set. Runners will be taking off. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, hit out to left field. Padilla ranging back. It's over his head for a base hit. That's going to be extra base as it rolls all the way out to the wall. O'Grady around from second, in to score. Miller around from first, he's in to score. It's a 2 RBI double for Trey Hunt with a full count and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning to keep the inning going. It's now 5-0 Bears. The Bears have blown this one wide open. Good pitching for the whole game up until this inning for Dylan Bishop here in his first start as a Pippin in 2019. And inning started off with a couple errors on defense, and it just snowballed from there. And unfortunately, Dylan Bishop will be leaving this game. So we will have a new pitcher. We'll tell you about him right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With stores in Yakima and Sela, Ray's Market Fresh IGA is your go-to place for all your grocery needs and more. From locally grown produce to top choice meats, deli, espresso, bakery, and a wide selection of beer and wine, Ray's has served the Yakima Valley for decades, providing the hometown touch. Shop Ray's Market Fresh IGA in Yakima and in Sela today. Ray's, a proud supporter of the Yakima Valley Pippins.
Everybody loves to win. Are you looking for a win-win situation? Join the YMCA. As a YMCA member, you can improve your fitness, health, and well-being. Regular exercise can also improve your productivity and mental health. At the same time, your YMCA membership helps support youth outreach programs that create opportunities for kids in our community. Help others while you help yourself. A better you, a better Yakima. Be a winner. Join our Yakima YMCA.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10.
That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Miller comes in looking for the final out here in the top of the sixth. J.J. Fawnlander steps in for the Bears. And the first pitch to Fawnlander hits him right in the numbers on the back. And he will take first base. And the Bears have officially batted around the lineup. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter here in the inning, Garrett Collar. Trey Hunt on at second after his 2 RBI double made it 5-0. J.J. Fawnlander takes the empty base at first with the hit by pitch. Now Garrett Collar takes the first pitch from Miller high for a ball, 1-0. Collar 1 for 2 in this one, led off this inning with a single. Reached second on the error by the catcher, Grant Gorell. Reached third on the error by the shortstop, Tanner Parker. And came home to score on the James Cobelt RBI single. Next pitch to him taken for a ball, 2-0. Miller searching for the strike zone here. Coming in for relief in the Pippins bullpen. Next pitch, swung on and missed, a high fastball. Gets Collar to chase. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. Garrett Collar steps back in. Now the 2-1 pitch from Miller is on the way. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove of catcher Grant Gorell. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Presenting the 6th inning, the Yakima Herald Republic and YakimaHerald.com are your best sources for local sports, news, entertainment, and lifestyle information from across Central Washington. Call 575-7755 to subscribe to a print or digital package. The Yakima Herald Republic, they tell your stories. The 2-2 pitch now to Collar. Taken just inside, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 5 runs off of 5 hits for the Bears here in the inning. 2 errors on defense for the Pippins. And the payoff pitch to Collar. Hit out to right field. Rice right there to make the catch. And that's finally out number 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Bears 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Pippins looking to cut into that 5-0 lead now. Right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
The smell of fresh-cut barley.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
First pitch at the bottom of the 6th inning to Nick Israel taken for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch, same exact spot, right down the middle, 0-2 is the count now. Israel takes it again. Bears with 5 runs there in the top of the 6th inning. Pippins still looking for their first run in this one. Next pitch to Israel taken high for a ball, 1-2. Dylan Bishop with his first start as a Pippin in 2019, going 5 2/3 innings, giving up all 5 runs, but none of them earned. Israel takes once again, high. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Jarvis still out on the mound for the Bears. He's been throwing a gem so far. This one's grounded out to second base. Miller up with it. Throw to first, in time. That'll bring up the center fielder, Eddie Pelk, for the Pippins. Tough 6th inning defensively for the Pippins. Looking to get it going offensively. Michael Jarvis in a groove on the mound for the Bears. First pitch to Pelk in there for a strike, 0-1. Pelk 0 for 1 in this one. A walk back in the first and a strikeout swinging in the third. The 0-1 pitch to him. Fouled back into the netting on the third base line. Count moves to 0-2 to Eddie Pelk. The 0-2 now to Pelk. Swung on, popped up, left field line. Ranging over is the left fielder Keller, but he does not have enough room. This one is out of play. Count stays 0-2 to Pelk. 1, 2, 3 hitters up for the Pippins this inning. Those are the players you want up, trying to get something going, get a spark on offense. But the 0-2 to Pelk with 1 out, taken outside for a ball, 1-2. The 1-2 now to Pelk, taken outside for a ball, 2-2, a slow curveball. Earlier this season, David Ortiz was shot and hospitalized while we were broadcasting. The story was released while we were doing a game. This one to Pelk, hit out to left center field. This one's going to get down for a base hit. Pelk takes a wide round to first. He's heading to second. He gets into second base with a double. Wow, I did not expect that. Eddie Pelk with what looked to be a single, turns it into a stretch single. A wide round at first and decides to just keep going, and he's in safely at second base with a 1-out double. That'll bring up second baseman Brady Hormel. A runner on in scoring position for the Pippins. So as I was saying, David Ortiz hospitalized while we were calling a game earlier this season. And some good news. Earlier this week he was taken out of the hospital. First pitch to Hormel, taken high for a ball, 1-0. Over 40 days spent in the hospital after being shot. But David Ortiz, Big Papi, is safe and sound once again. Always good to hear that. Hormel takes this one out to right field. This one's high, but not deep enough. O'Grady with the catch. Pelk tags up, and the throw to third not in time. A sac fly for Hormel. Puts Pelk on at third, 90 feet away from the first run tonight for the Pippins. It'll take the designated hitter Tyler Dean to drive him in. Dean 1 for 2 in this one, a single in the fourth and a fly out in the first inning. Pippins looking for their first run. First pitch to Dean, taken in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Leanwind. Count starts 1-0. Eddie Pelk on at third base. Next pitch from Jarvis from the windup. In there at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Some fans not agreeing with that call. Nonetheless, Dean steps back in with a 1-1 count now from Jarvis. Next pitch taken outside for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch now to Dean. Swung on and fouled out of play on the third base line. An inside pitch. Dean tried to take that inside out, but hit off the inside of the bat before going foul. That evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Pippins looking for their first run. Eddie Pelk on at third base now. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled. Back to the backstop. Dean stays alive. 2-2 still the count. Pippins looking to rebound after a 12-2 loss to Ridgefield yesterday. Down 5-0 to the Bears here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2 now to Dean. Taken for a strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Pippins, no runs on 1 hit, the double by Eddie Pelk. He could not come around to score. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 7th here in this one. Bears lead at 5-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Banner Bank, we know how much it means to feel at home, and our home loan experts are dedicated to helping you achieve your dreams. So whether you're refinancing, making some...
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Oh, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Bears to start off the top of the 7th inning, Torrey Doughton, and he takes the first pitch from Miller up over his head for a ball, 1-0. He ducks out of the way. Doughton, Cobelt, Martin due up for the Bears here in the top of the 7th inning. A 5-run top of the 6th for them. They lead at 5-0 now over the Pippins. Doughton steps back in, now the 1-0. Swung on and popped up on the first base line into the bleachers. Count evens up at 1-1. Doughton popping out in the first inning, lining out in the 3rd, then reaching on the error by Tanner Parker back in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch for Miller. Swung on, hit out to center field, where Pelk ranges over, makes the grab for out number 1. One out now for the Bears here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up the third baseman, James Cobelt. Bears looking to extend their 5-0 lead. Check swing by Cobelt, but he goes around. For the first pitch, a strike, 0-1. Cobelt 2 for 2 in this one. A single in the first, a walk in the 4th, and a single in the 6th. The 0-1 now for Miller. Cobelt takes outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on, hit out to Parker at shortstop. Up with it. Throw to first. Low. But scooped by the first baseman Chesley in time for out number 2. Two outs now for first baseman Kalen Martin. Looking to get something going for the Bears here in the top of the 7th. Dominic Miller on the mound now for the Pippins. Looking for a clean inning. First pitch to Martin, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Martin flew out in the first, grounded into a double play in the 4th, then reached first on the fielder's choice back in the 6th. Next pitch, another fastball outside, taken for a ball, 2-0. Miller with a 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the netting for a strike, 2-1. Taking a look at the MLB scoreboard. Mariners, the local team, leading the Rangers 8-5 in the top of the 9th, looking to close that one out. Bunch of other games getting done. Bunch of games already done so far. The 2-1, fouled out of play down the third base line. Count evens up 2-2. Games in the 9th inning, Rays leading the Red Sox 6-5 and the Mets leading the White Sox 2-1. The 2-2. Hit out to left field, but fading away, foul, out into the parking lot. Count will stay 2-2. Miller looking for the final strike of the inning here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 delivery. Swung on and hit out to center field. Eddie Pelk ranges in, looks up, and makes the grab in the setting sunlight of Yakima to make the out number 3 here in the top of the 7th inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Bears, and we head to the bottom.
That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Now for the Pippins. Sawyer Chesley leading off the inning. First pitch to him was taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1, and the next pitch fouled off, out of play, down the right field line. Count quickly 0-2 to Chesley. Bears lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pippins looking for their first run. Next pitch to Chesley, taken outside for a ball, 1-2. Chesley 0 for 2 in this one, a line out in the 2nd and a double play he grounded into in the 4th inning. The 1-2. Swung on and missed by Chesley for strike 3 and out number 1. That'll bring up the left fielder, Christian Padilla. Chesley with a slow walk back to the dugout. Unproductive day so far for the Pippins on offense. Only 4 hits so far in this one. First pitch to Padilla. Taken high for a ball, 1-0. Padilla 1 for 2 in this one, a single in the second, a strikeout swinging in the fifth. The 1-0. Check swing. Called a strike anyways. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1. Taken for a ball, 2-1. Bears start. Michael Jarvis still out there on the mound. He works with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Throwing a beautiful game so far. Next pitch from him is taken inside for a ball, 3-1. On deck for the Pippins, Tanner Parker, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 today. The 3-1 pitch. Taken in the dirt for ball 4. So Padilla reaches first on the base on balls. That'll prompt a mound visit from Bears head coach Josh Evans. The first one today for the Bears.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from
Christian Padilla with some speed on at first base. We'll see if head coach Marcus McKibbe wants to send him at all during this at-bat. Parker fouls this one back into the net. 1-1 is the count now. Again, this game does not count towards stats or standings in the West Coast League. A non-league opponent, the Highline Bears, coming over from Seattle, playing in the Pacific International League. Throw to first, keeping Padilla in check. He's back in safely with a dive. Bears 8-10 in conference play so far this season in the PIL. Very close to the Pippins 8-11 record so far in the second half in the West Coast League. Another throw to first, Padilla back in safely. Next pitch to Parker. Fouled, out of play, down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count now to him. Dylan Bishop out of Sela High School, a commit to Whitworth this fall. Getting the start for the Pippins tonight. Throw over first, Padilla back in safely. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, none of them earned, 3 walks and a strikeout for Bishop tonight for the Pippins. Dominic Miller coming in for relief for them now. The 1-2 from Jarvis to Parker is hit back up through the middle for a base hit in between second and short, just hopping right over the second base bag. And the Pippins have 2 base runners. A walk and a single brings up Brian Rice with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Padilla on at second, Parker on at first. First pitch to Rice, taken on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The night lights have come on here at the Yakima County Stadium with the sun starting to set. Next pitch to Rice, taken low and outside for a ball. Count evens, 1-1. 3 new players on the Pippins today for the roster. Sawyer Chesley, Grant Gorell. Next pitch to Brian Rice is a ball 2-1. And the other newcomer to the Pippins, Dylan Bishop, the starter in today's game. 3 new faces. A bunch of new faces so far over the course of the season, to say the least. The 2-1 from Rice. Fouled off down the first base line, and he is mad. Slams his bat into the ground. Count evens up at 2-2. That must have been the pitch he was looking for, possibly even in the location he was looking for, and just quite could not get turned around on it. Well, turned around on it too quickly. The lefty fouling it off down the first base line. Next pitch to him. High and outside for a ball. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Pippins still looking for their first run of the ball game. The payoff pitch. Ground ball, first base, throw to second, in time. Throw back to first, not in time. Bears almost getting out of the bottom of the 7th with a double play there. Martin to Doughton at second gets Parker to head back to the dugout. But Rice safe at first on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Grant Gorell, the catcher. The 9-hole hitter for the Pippins tonight. Their first runner, 90 feet away once again. First pitch to Gorell up high, 1-0. Last inning they had the center fielder Eddie Pelk reach third, but he was left stranded. Pippins now have Christian Padilla on at third, and Brian Rice on at first. Next pitch to Gorell, a ground ball. Third baseman Cobalt comes up with it off the high hop. Throw to first, in time. And the Pippins still without a run in this ball game. No runs off of 1 hit. 2 men left on base, no errors. Here in the bottom of the 7th, we'll head to the top of the 8th. Bears.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Nothing is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Back now for the top of the 8th inning here at Yakima County Stadium. Shirtworks in Ellensburg is the official provider of apparel for the Yakima Valley Pippins and presents tonight's 8th inning. From practice gear to everyday athletic apparel and silk screening to embroidery, Shirtworks is the go-to vendor for all your sports apparel needs. Give Shirtworks a call at 509-925-3469 or visit them at 100 West University Way in Ellensburg. Highline Bears making the trip over from Seattle for a 2-game series here against the Pippins. They lead 5-0 as we head to the top of the 8th now. O'Grady, Miller, and Lanewind due up for the Bears here in the top of the 8th, looking to extend their lead. Dominic Miller still on the mound for the Pippins in relief. First pitch from him to O'Grady, up by O'Grady's head. Ducks out of the way quickly for a ball. 1-0. Earlier I talked about O'Grady being in the same city growing up as me. Next pitch to him. Swung on, hit out to shortstop. Padilla up with it. Parker. Throw to first in time to get O'Grady. 1 out. The ground out will bring up Kenny Miller, the second baseman, with 1 out now here in the top of the 8th. So O'Grady, a familiar face from Little League, from my Little League days and high school days. First pitch to Miller, taken high for a ball, 1-0. Another face from that 2010 Auburn Little League World Series team that I have seen in this league, Tyler Tan. Next pitch, hit out to center field. Pelt coming in. Parker going out, and it's going to drop in between them for a base hit. A single for Miller. He's 2 for 3 today. That'll bring up Jared Linewind. Tyler Tan on the Port Angeles Lefties, as well as Dylan O'Grady here on the Highline Bears. Both members of a Little League World Series team. First pitch to Linewind, popped up high into the night sky. Shortstop Tanner Parker back to make the catch. 2 outs. That'll bring up designated hitter Trey Hunt. 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th inning. Bears lead it 5-0. Miller on at first, takes his lead. A little chopper out to the pitcher, Miller, but it's the first baseman, Dean, who scoops it up. Miller covers first. Throw to him in time for out number 3. A quick inning, 1 single, a hit by Miller. No runs for the Bears. No errors on defense. 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Pippins looking to cut into that 5-0 deficit right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Being pregnant can make normal routines complicated. Lincoln Avenue Medical Dental Center is uniquely suited to help make life.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Back to the top of the order for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 8th. Nick Israel, Eddie Pelk, and Brady Hormel due up for them as they look to cut into this 5-0 deficit. The Highline Bears have created. First pitch to Israel, fouled out of play for a strike 0-1. Highline Bears have a new pitcher on the mound, Cole Connolly. Next pitch from him, fouled out of play once again, 0-2. Michael Jarvis spinning an absolute gem tonight for the Bears. 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. The 0-2 to Israel, inside for a ball, 1-2. Israel 0 for 3 in this one, a fly out in the first, fly out in the third, and a ground out in the 6th inning, looking for his first hit. Next pitch to him, taken for a ball, 2-2. Bears 5 runs on 7 hits. Pippins no runs on 5 hits. Next pitch, a fastball high, swung on by Israel and missed. for out number 1. Israel chases a high fastball. He's 0 for 4 now today. That'll bring up center fielder Eddie Pelk. Pippins still looking to get something going. Pelk shows bunt, pulls back, and it's called a strike. Looked like that pitch was outside, but we'll say it was the outside corner. 0-1 is the count now to Pelk, who pops this one out to left field. Ranging over the left fielder Keller. In foul territory, makes the grab for out number 2. And quickly, there are 2 outs for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 8th. They're down to their last 4 outs in this one. Second baseman Brady Hormel will step in for his 4th at-bat. Hormel also 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch to him, in there for a strike, 0-1. A fly out in the first, pop out in the 4th, and a fly out in the 6th for Hormel so far tonight. The 0-1 to him. Taken low for a ball. Count evens, 1-1. Temperature has cooled off drastically now here in Yakima. Sun going down over the mountains. Next pitch to Hormel, a ball, 2-1. Like I said earlier, a good amount of fans for a non-league Tuesday night ball game here in Yakima. Hormel, next pitch, grounded past the outstretched glove of the second baseman Miller and into right field for a base hit. O'Grady from right field throws it into first. Looking to back pick Brady Hormel there at first base and almost got him, but Hormel back in safely with a 2-out single. And that would have been the last thing you wanted to see as head coach Marcus McKimmey if you were the Pippins. A single, and then getting backpicked at first. First pitch to Tyler Dean, hit out to right center field. This one is over the head of O'Grady and onto the warning track. O'Grady up with the ball. Throw in. They're going to wave the base runner. The throw does not come in time. And Tyler Dean with an RBI double makes it 5-1 Bears. Just like that, the Pippins have their first run of the night. A 2-out single, double, back-to-back. Quick and easy, get a run on the board. Now a pinch runner coming in for Dean. The pinch runner, number 21, Zach Meddings. Tyler Dean finally getting the Pippins on the board. It's 5-1 now with 2 outs. And Meddings on at second for Sawyer Chesley, the first baseman. He takes his first pitch out to center field, but this one is going to die. And it does, into the glove of Fawnlander for out number 3. The Pippins finally pick up a run off 2 hits by Hormel and Meddings back-to-back. But it's still 5-1 as we head to the top of the 9th here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Dickey's Barbecue in Rainier Square in Yakima offers the best house-smoked meats and classic sides to satisfy your barbecue cravings this summer and year-round. Located at 2706 West Nob Hill Boulevard, Dickey's also offers take-home and catering service for all your...
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgater's Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgater's Bar and Grill.
Trey Hunt leads off the top of the 9th inning for the Bears. And the first pitch to him, he grounds to third base. Nick Israel up with it, throw to first, not in time, however. A low throw spiked into the grass by Israel. And the Bears will begin the top of the 9th with a base runner, Trey Hunt on at first. That'll bring up J.J. Fonlander. Bears looking to extend their 5-1 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Pippins with Dominic Miller out on the mound in relief. First pitch to Fonlander, popped up, out of play on the first base side. This one hits the bleachers and then pops up over the wall out into the concourse area. Count starts 0-1 to Fonlander. Pippins finally getting a run in the bottom of the 8th inning to make it 5-1. Soft toss over to first by Miller to keep Hunt in check. Fonlander with a walk, a fly out, and was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning so far today. The 0-1 to him. Dribbler out to first base. Dean up with it, but the throw to second is wide. Gets on by Tanner Parker. That'll be an error on Dean, and there's runners on first and second base with nobody out. The 9-hole hitter is going to be a pinch hitter for the Bears. We'll get you the name of this player in just a second. Hunt on at second, Fonlander on at first. First pitch for Miller, taken high for a ball. Garrett Kolar was originally the 9-hole hitter for the Bears tonight. This one's hit out to left field, right at Christian Padilla, who makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order, that'll bring up Torrey Doughton. Excuse me, that was not a pinch hitter. We are now at the second hitter in the lineup, James Cobelt. First pitch to him in the dirt for a ball. Gorell having trouble finding that one, but he's up with it. Runners hold. So that was Torrey Doughton with a fly out to left field, I beg your pardon. James Cobelt up now. Next pitch to Cobelt, inside for a ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to Cobelt. Swung on, hit out to right field. Rice coming in, makes the... No, he doesn't make the catch. They're going to say it was not a catch. Throw into second in time for the force out. Runner on second. J.J. Fonlander makes his way to third. It looked like Brian Rice made the catch out in right field, but the field umpire said no, that was not a catch. So the runner on first, Garrett Kolar, didn't take off for second. He thought he caught it. So they do pick up the second out of the inning there. But Cobelt on at first now. And Kolar on at third. That'll bring up Kalen Martin. Throw over to first, not in time. So J.J. Fonlander leading off with a single. Then Garrett Kolar reaching first on the error by Tyler Dean. Next pitch to Martin, inside for a ball. 1-0. Then it was Doughton who flew out to left field. Now Cobelt on at first after the fielder's choice throw to second from right field by Brian Rice. Next pitch to Martin, fouled off. 1-1 is the count. Throw over to first. Cobelt back in safely. This has been a confusing inning to say the least. And the scoreboard out in left field is trying to catch up as well. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Next pitch to Martin, swung on and missed at a pitch low. Count moves to 1-2. So there was not a pinch hitter. It was Garrett Kolar in the 9-hole. Then Doughton. And then Cobelt, now Martin, facing a 1-2 count. Next pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan O'Grady waiting on deck. Bears with runners on the corners, first and third, looking to extend their 5-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. The 2-2 pitch from Miller. Swung on, ground ball at first base. Just outside of the reach of Tyler Dean. That'll score a run. Rounding second. Coming to third is the base runner, Cobelt, who gets in safely on a passed ball. That lets Martin get over to second, and it's 6-1 Bears. So an RBI single by Martin makes it 6-1. That'll bring up Dylan O'Grady. Runners on second and third now for the Bears with 2 outs. Fawnlander comes around to score on that one to make it 6-1. First pitch from Miller. O'Grady hits this out to third base. Nick Israel up with it. Throw to first in time for out number 3. Pippins need 5 runs to tie it up. Heading into the bottom of the 9th, they trail 6-1. They'll get their last chances coming up right after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With stores in Yakima and Sela, Ray's Market Fresh IGA is your go-to place for all your grocery needs and more. From locally grown produce.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
For just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
6, 7, 8 batters coming up for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Christian Padilla, Tanner Parker, and Brian Rice. The final chance for the Pippins to try and tie this one up. They trail 6-1 to the Highline Bears. First pitch to Padilla popped up down the third base line. Shortstop, Doughton over, and makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So that'll bring up shortstop Tanner Parker. Pippins with 1 run. Last inning in the bottom of the 8th to make it 5-1. Bears picking up another insurance run there in the top of the ninth to make it 6-1. Now 2 outs left for the Bears to get. Parker 1 for 3 in this one, a single back in the 7th. First pitch swinging and fouling out of play down the third base line. Count starts 0-1 to Parker. Win or loss this game does not count towards anything for the Pippins season. Next pitch to Parker, taken outside for a ball, 1-1. Bears coming from the Pacific International League, non-league opponent, today and tomorrow. Next pitch to Parker, taken outside for a ball, 2-1. An off day for the Pippins on Thursday, then we return at 6:35 on the road in Wenatchee to take on the Apple Sox. Next pitch to Parker, popped up down the third base line and into the bleachers. The fan tries to make a catch right off his hand. That one has to sting a little bit. The count evens up 2-2 to Tanner Parker. Next pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Tag applied for the second out of the inning. Pippins down to their final out. It'll bring up right fielder Brian Rice, one of the hottest hitters in the lineup. And it's not going to bring up Brian Rice because we're going to have a pinch hitter, Luke Schwartz, coming in. So Luke Schwartz trying to not be the final out of the ballgame. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, 0-1. Schwartz looking to make something happen here. Pippins trail 6-1 here in Game 1 of the 2-game series against the Bears. Next pitch to Schwartz on the outside corner for a strike. And the Pippins are down to their final strike here in this one. No balls and 2 strikes to Luke Schwartz. Schwartz takes up high, 1-2. Connolly on the mound for the Bears looking to close this one out. A great start by their starting pitcher Jarvis today. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's the ball game. Bears win this one 6-1. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Bears. 1 run, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Pippins. We'll be right back after this for the Pippins postgame show here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
The smell of fresh-cut barley. The sound of boots in a barn. The sight of the sun rising over the fields. Budweiser farmers don't just grow barley, they live it. That's because there's nothing simple about growing barley. It's early mornings every morning. It's a steady hand guiding a combine through the field. It's a loyalty to the land, and it's a respect for those who did it before you did. Barley is the soul of our lager. That's why we've been working with the same family-owned American farms for more than 50 years to harvest it. The secrets to growing this grain perfectly have been passed down through 3 generations. For them, it's a legacy. It's something to be proud of. And it's why only the best barley and locally sourced ingredients are used to make Budweiser. Budweiser is proudly raised across America. This Bud's from our barley farmers. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
The Pippins postgame show is presented by Treetop. Since 1946, the Treetop name has been associated with premium apple juice, and the company has been a stickler for quality and flavor ever since. A proud supporter of Pippins baseball, Treetop products are served throughout the orchard. Welcome into the Pippins postgame show. Austin Lane here in the broadcast booth. After a 6-1 defeat for the Pippins here in Game 1 of the 2-game non-league series against the Highline Bears here tonight, Bears 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Pippins 1 run on 7 hits, 4 errors. A game that started off as a pitcher's duel. Both teams without a run until the big top of the 6th inning for the Bears. The starting pitcher for the Bears tonight, Michael Jarvis, goes 7 innings, gives up 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Starting pitcher for Yakima, the local Sela product, Dylan Bishop, getting his first start in the summer of 2019. He goes 5 2/3, gives up 6 hits, 5 runs, but none of them were earned. A inning plagued with errors by the Pippins defense. No earned runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Dominic Miller comes in for relief for the Pippins. He goes 3 1/3, gives up 4 runs, 1 run, again unearned, so no earned runs for either pitcher for the Pippins tonight. No walks, no strikeouts for Miller. For Highline relief, Connolly comes in, throws an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, and 1 strikeout, the only run the Pippins could score there in the bottom of the 8th inning. And then coming in to close out, Schaefer, an inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts to close it out there in the bottom of the 9th. Again, the 5-run top of the 6th inning for the Bears was key for them tonight, leading off at the bottom of the lineup with Garrett Kolar. He reaches with a single. Torrey Doughton comes up, reaches on an error. James Cobelt reaches on a single. Martin reaches on a fielder's choice. O'Grady reaches on a single. Miller reaches on a single. Linewind strikes out finally for out number 2, and then Trey Hunt with a full count and 2 outs hits a 2 RBI double. J.J. Fonlander gets hit by the pitch, and then finally back to the first batter of the inning, Garrett Kolar. He flies out to right field to finally end that inning, but a 5-run top of the 6th, and then the Bears would pick up another run in the top of the 9th to get their 6 runs. Pippins, only run for them coming in the bottom of the 8th, a single by Brady Hormel and a double by Tyler Dean. Back-to-back with 2 outs brought around Brady Hormel to score. That's the only run for the Pippins so far tonight. Pippins will be back in action again tomorrow against the Highline Bears at 6:35. We will see you on the pregame show here on pippinsbaseball.com/live, either audio or video, around 6:20 p.m. So until then, I'm Austin Lane. A thank you to McKenna on the video side of things tonight, and Miles Klotz helping me with the transition into play-by-play beginning today and going for the rest of the season. So once again, the final score here tonight, Highline 6, Pippins 1. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:20 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.